Welcome, everyone, to the general gaming channel known as M12 Warthog Gaming.
Hey guys, M12 Warthog Gaming here. I'm back with another RuneScape video because someone asked me question through Xbox Live, what is my preferred spot for mining? And well, right here, just south of Lumbridge, is a spot where you can get lots of tin and copper. Now, this used to be my preferred spot, because you could get bronze and you could smelt it. Although, back when I was mining in this place, I had to smelt it in a smeltery in Lumbridge and walk all the way to Varrock, where the closest anvil was, to just make it into something. And I didn't know at the time that you could do that. Like, actually take the bars and make it into something. I just sold it for a few coins here and there. Hence why the smithing's lower than my mining, and those two skills obviously go together. But now, things have changed and whatnot. Now I'm gonna quick teleport to Flador. Okay, now we're here. Right from the lodestone, I'm going to show you how to get to my preferred spot, which is the miner to Flador. Now, one of the main reasons I prefer to go here is because, remember how I said it's like all in, that it wasn't all in one like it used to be on Minecraft? I mean, not Minecraft, how it not used to be all in one on, in RuneScape for Lumbridge, for finding a mine, a smeltery, and an anvil. Well, many things have changed, and that there's actually one right here in Flador. Now, before some of the more recent updates, I still like to come here, and even though that things have changed, I'm going to show you why. Right next to the party house, which is pretty much a landmark that almost everyone should know where that is. You can go down here. Now, if you are low combat level, I'd suggest not going down here. Now, the other place that I went to is perfect for people who are not low in combat. Now, what does combat level have to do with anything about mining? Mining level is just, if you have high enough mining level, you can mine something. The higher your mining level, the higher you can, the faster and better you can mine things. I mean, I can use a rune pickaxe. It's probably not the best melee weapon. As a matter of fact, you could wield it as a melee weapon, but it's designed to be a tool. I actually have a rune longsword, a sword as mine, but that's not what I want to talk about. That thing over there, attack King Scorpion. If you don't have a decent level, you're gonna have problems, because that's a level 39, and that monster just standing near it will sometimes cause it to automatically aggravate towards you and attack you, like it has for this player who's apparently looks like they're trying to mine, but they're being attacked at the same time. Now, if I were to help this guy and start attacking for him, who he seems to be more interested in mining ores at the moment than being attacked, then I can just do that. Now, this place has more than just copper, tin. It has metherical ore, it has iron ore, it has coal, it has gold, and there are probably some other high-level ores that I can't even access myself, which are actually right beyond this door, which is the Miners Guild. I think the prerequisite to get in is level 60. I have 7 more levels to go. Now, let's just say, for an example, I needed to get, say, I don't know, a steel bar. Just use that as an example. As I mentioned before, King Scorpion just automatically attacks you. You don't have to attack it. And if it automatically aggroes towards you, and you can't prepare to take it on, then I guess that's a problem that you're going to have to deal with. Now, of course, you're going to need 1 coal, 2 iron. This is something pretty simple that you already know. But I'm gonna mainly focus on one thing. Why this one? why specifically we want iron. And if that guy's trying to mine out iron here, I'm not going to bug him, because there's actually 2 spots where it appears. Now, how fast you actually get it really depends upon what type of pickaxe you're using, and what type of pickaxe and mining level. Boy, I cannot speak today. Guys, if you can't tell, I'm in the mood to record, but I'm yet very tired. So, for an example, if I were to go and get this, now I would just need to go over and smelt it. Now, as I mentioned before, that I used to, when I mined stuff in the Lumbridge, give it a second, there is some lag occurring. I would have to take it, mine the ore south of Lumbridge, go into Lumbridge, smelt it there, then take all the bars that I've made, and run all the way to Varrock just to get it. Now, recently they've updated so that there's an anvil right next to smeltery in Lumbridge, but if you're only doing that with to make bronze, then not so much. Now, iron bar. Now, I could make steel, but I'm missing 2 coal. Now, I can make iron, of course, as well. Now, there's a chance that I could make one. I could fail it. But you see, I got an iron one. Steel and iron are very similar. I think I may have said, for example, if I wanted to get a steel bar, but I may have gotten an iron one. But, that's fine. I just need one type of bar to show you what I'm going to do. Now, in that room, I believe there was not an anvil. Unlike when they updated it so that there was one there. Now, instead of going all the way to Lumbridge or to Varrock, just for the sake of crafting your bars into weaponry, which I have the capability to do, I can actually climb down these stairs again. And the dwarves have their own, like, little village above ground, and they have their own mines over here. Of course, there's not as many ores as back towards the stairs, but there's, like, maybe a few spots here and there. But not as much as near the Flador area. And if you run here, which will take a lot out of you in terms of running energy unless you have agility, which I actually am limited to 5, but it's much higher. I think it's like 43. These guys are friendly, unless you decide to attack them. And there's actually anvils right here. And because of that, I could make iron arrowheads. I could make an iron helm if I wanted to. An iron dagger. Let's just make an iron dagger for demonstration purposes. Boom, it's done. And I didn't really have to travel that far, unlike compared to last time. Now, another thing you must know is that there are other mining places that you can go to. Not just this one, but the reason I prefer it is because, one, there's a smeltery nearby, there's an anvil nearby, and that way you don't have to be like, I don't want to walk all the way over to another city to craft my things. I'll just store my bars in my bank account until I come across the thing later, and then when you do, you're like, I don't want to come back to my bank just to get the stuff that I need. Now, if that may be the case, you might want to come here. Now, I think there's a wiki for RuneScape if you want to look at more specifically what ores would be in the mining guild. My guess is somewhere along the lines of more adamantium and rune and maybe special ores that you could probably only mine as a member. Now, if that's the case, that is fine. Just remember, King Scorpions can be a problem. Maybe sometimes bringing down food is not a bad idea. Or, if you're like me, who can cast a spell of Bones to Bananas, which for some reason it allows me to cast the spell because I have the required runes but not the required non-rune items. such as I have, nature runes, earth runes, and water runes. You need two nature. You need one nature, 2 earth, and 2 water to pull this off, as another way to sustain yourself down there. Now, also, I'm not actually using my musical player right now. My music player, in case any of you are wondering why it says that there's a song playing, I just keep it there for when I do want to. Sometimes I like to listen to the RuneScape music, sometimes I like to listen to music of my own choice. And that seems to be one of the main reasons why I come to this place. And of course, other things, is that there's some sort of workbench here. But as far as I know, there's not much you can do here in terms of smithing, because there's like no anvils. Now, apparently I have a hammer in my tool belt, yes, so that way I can always craft or smith bars into items when needed. But the one thing I don't have is that, the one thing that I do want to mention is that I used a hammer, but in the animation it's smashed with a golden hammer. Apparently this is given a present to me because they were celebrating something or other in a celebration item. They said they just handed this out to me or something. I don't know. I used to get random things in my inventory. And by random things, I mean like, I would have like full adamantium when I had the one that was the highest level armor I could use. Then out of nowhere I'd log in and I'm like, I have a mytherical battle axe and I don't remember getting it in that kind of thing. But they seem to tone down on that. I don't know what that is. Now, it's been a while since I've actually mined. I've just started playing this again after a few months because I stopped for like maybe 5 months because I didn't have access to internet at the time to play and whatnot. But aside from that, there are many things surrounding this area that just make it good as well. There is a spot, actually, another thing that you can do if you need a little bit assistance mining. Maybe you have a higher smithing level and you want to get that smelt some steel things, but you can't mine iron yet. But you're like 1 or 2 levels away. You could always drink some ales, as they usually increase your stat in one area, but decrease it in another. And that applies because there's a dwarven stout that you can actually get that affects your mining, which is quite interesting for those of you who want to try it out. Now, speaking along the lines of drinks as well, while I'm here in Flador, I might as well bring this up, because I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to destroy that. I keep getting like 50 of these each time I log on, and they're just so annoying, I don't even know what they do. They gave me that instead of the ore that I wanted. Anyway, what I can say, though, is that something you should know is that drinks have different effects, and another one that I want to talk about is Wizard Mind Bomb. What a Wizard Mind Bomb does is temporarily increase your magic, although the only real importance does it have would be for a certain mission known as Dragon Slayer, which is a free user quest, which, when I used to play it, the quest reward is that you would now be able to use rune chest plates. Now, of course, I have more than the required level of magic to do this, but in the game, you have to get 3 parts of a map, I believe, to go to the island. It's been a while since I haven't played the mission, because, well, for obvious reasons. But what I do know is that can increase your levels by a few, and if you have the right runes, you can cast a teleportation spell. It teleports an item out of your reach into your inventory. When I needed a few bucks and I had enough runes, I would go underneath one of the banks, in Varrock because I could teleport a few gold bars into my inventory and sell those. As I would get maybe about 150 gold per bar, I think, at that time. Or maybe I made 150 gold back compared to the cost that was spent on the runes themselves. Then again, most of the runes I got were from mob drops. Especially these nature runes, of course. But the reason why you would need this is because, one, there's a ship that you need to buy for 2k. You're going to need that. Now, you could spend 10k to buy the second map from a goblin in prison near the port, but instead of doing that, what I learned is that you can just kill him with range, but I didn't have any offensive spells, so hence why, in case I ever need range combat, I have my shield bow, I have this, and in worn equipment, I have some Etherical Arrows, 743 to be exact. I won't run out soon, but if someone needs a few or so, because for whatever reason, I can be like, sure, here, have some, why not, and so forth. You can kill him, then you can teleport instead of paying his fee of 10,000 gold. Although me, I could easily afford that, but money doesn't... no one just gives you money. You can get a few coins here and there from mob loot as well, or monster loot, and whatnot. But, yeah. So, that's pretty much all you need to know surrounding the different owls here in Vlador, and why I chose this place as a preferred bonding place. If any of you guys have more questions about stuff that I do on RuneScape, feel free to message me on Xbox Live at M12LRVRVSB, or you can find me, or you can contact me at my Zurg ID. I will leave that in the description of this video as well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, don't forget to leave any comments, questions, or feedback for me in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys later in another video. Bye-bye!